Alright. The first point to point after it was actually fairly rough. Let's see if we can manage a bit better around here. Well, I didn't really get much of a preview, but okay. Evidently, my attempts to route things initially just didn't really work out, so I'm not sure I'm going to try as much to do that anymore. I might just try to roughly stick to my own path, and then if on repeated run-throughs I discover one path is just really stupid. Oh, game could not decide where to put me there. You know, I can change things up. I was kind of trying to get back on the path that I wanted to be on. I don't know if the game does have a limitation like how much you're allowed to skip in these events. It seems a lot more generous at the very least, if there is such a limitation. On how much will let you cut out for forcing you to respawning it. It's a little hard to see the road here, like everything's kind of the same color on the screen. I have a bit of a hard time telling where the path is going even when I'm looking right at it. The road and the surrounding area not being different colors to any meaningful degree really makes that an issue. You can cut a lot more though in these point-to-points. Out of a turn. It's probably a thing I ought to occasionally make use of. Oh man, these are just like open plains now practically. So that's a change in scenery. It's kind of cool. Things just open up and you just see like the expanses. It's a really cool feeling. Goodbye. Also easier to navigate really, even if still rather bumpy. Basically you can tell where the road is and isn't. Might be a bit more appealing for light vehicles to take the heavy vehicle path than for vice versa. I don't really see what the downside would be of a light vehicle taking the heavy path generally. Unless the heavy path is just more like big and winding, which it can be. But otherwise, like all the jumps you sometimes have to do on those paths aren't really good for a light vehicle either. It's not only heavy vehicles that get slowed down by those. I'm looking a lot at the map, honestly, to get an orientation for where I'm going to be going. It can be pretty tough otherwise. Okay, no AI in sight. Kind of strange. They're on the tarmac part of the stage. Well, not for long. Okay, never mind. Yeah, like AIs have to spawn for me to be able to pass them, you know? Thanks for stop me there. Well, that might just be there's only one person left to pass at this point, but I don't know if I can, I slowed down real hard there. I'm not going to be able to pass him or not. Not little is left. I think I've got a bit more horsepower than they do, but... Haha! Straight up photo finish there, wow. Same measured time. I don't know why I'm looking at that. Best trait multiplier, well that's kind of obvious for the vehicle that can only comp the multiplier of 3. Cool. I'm making plenty of money on these, very good. Alright, let's go. Alright, last Africa map here. So I do wonder if it really benefits you much to actually beat all of the opponents in a particular stage 1 or 2 of a point-to-point or not. Because your final standing is the position you get on the last race. You might start at a different position, so how many opponents you have to pass might be different. I'm not clear on that. Oh, hey, Astrid. Apparently I have a rival here. I don't know who you are, personally, my rival. People just declare themselves my rivals after I beat them in this game. It's kind of silly. Bye. It's no fun being your rival. Thank you. Stay on your heels. Yep. Should have just kept going straight there. A little hard keeping track of what places I can go here. Sometimes you have a lot of momentum carrying you through a crossing that turns from one vehicle type into another. And given the high speed intensity of these and how you have lots of straightaways, I do admit that I'm not really thinking much in these point-to-points about really properly controlling my, oh boy, my truck. As you can see, when stuff like that happens, there I was just not thinking about keeping my vehicle under control, and just started spinning a bit harder than I thought I would. Oversteering got the best of me. But yeah, considering lots of the things going on, you could probably tell I'm not thinking as much about that, about control. And there seems to be a lot about getting and maintaining massive speed is the name of the game for these points. And it's just fun to be able to ever do that. You don't get to do it anywhere else in the game, really, so... Oh, behind you, buddy. This path up here. Yeah, it's if only, well, hello. If only you could see where I'm actually looking though in these races. Like I'm looking at the map. Oh boy. Oh! Almost as much as I'm looking at the actual road. I'm trying to find the road more like, but still. that dirt right there? Okay. Oh, come on! Dumb little weed. Oh, dude. Wheels on the ground, jeez. I don't believe I couldn't knock that thing over. Ah, shoot. Okay. Almost. Fun course, but... It's weird imagining how this race even works logistically, seeing as how you get a rolling start, but then all your other opponents are actually already ahead of you. Like, distantly ahead of you somehow. The mechanics of it in years really don't seem clear, but I don't know. Taking it fairly smoothly up to last time. It's hard to be certain. A bit more smoothly than before, I feel like. Okay. That rock, thank you. This seems a lot straighter, this path here, so I'm going to take this one. When you can't actually make out which path does what, in terms of like what curves and whatnot, it seems like a good idea to make a decision based on that. It's just that you frequently can't. Oh, there was dirt. Yeah, that probably was dirt in first last time. Who's ahead of dirt? Is it Astrid? No. Just some rando that dirt inexplicably can't beat. This was a regular race, I would not have been allowed to do that. Not that it was efficient, it's just... I have half the race to pass dirt at this point, which is good. Definitely faring a lot better. Oftentimes the terrain is shaped such that trying to cut a turn or anything doesn't really work out in your favor, but you can look at it for opportunities where it will at least. Hi, Dirk. Can you do a 360 like that? This guy's got no creative spirit. Okay, there was someone ahead of us here, and they were just passing. Whoever this is, Mono doesn't have the same kind of rubber banding on them that Dirk evidently does. Oh, Dirk just ate it, it looks like. Okay, cool. Oh, I'll take it. For some reason I got a brief feeling that I ought to take a left turn there. That green route I was passing, but I don't know why I wanted to do that. Okay, well, broke out pretty quickly this time. Oh, then this one kind of sneaks up on you pretty quickly too. There we go. Nice Dirk actually managed second this time. Okay, also respot. Guess you're not allowed to actually go past the finish here. Anyways, cool. And I got the most points somehow. Granted, the vehicle choice plays a role in that. Cool. Lots of money. Yeah, more sponsorship. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, these guys do too. Cool, but first I'm gonna see a cutscene, right? And doesn't even tell you what Vehicles is gonna be, which is kind of funny. Maybe it's gonna be the same one? I don't know. Anyways, cutscene next time. Oh, we'll do it now.
That was a tough one.
Yeah. Must be like 120 Kelvin out there. This African terrain
What?
is totally unforgiving.
Yeah, well, we just gotta suck it up. The point-to-point races aren't gonna get any easier. I'm gonna go check on Pete, see how he's doing with that intake. It's a tough one, Pete. You've been at this for over an hour. Who the...
Hey, is everything okay over there, guys?
Yeah, it's cool. You're one of them.
Actually, I prefer Cypher, if you don't mind.
And I suppose you have some pearls of wisdom for me, right? You know, this is beginning to get a little distracting. I got races to win.
Yes, but more importantly, you must right a great wrong. You are our last great hope.
But I never signed up for this.
Ah, but you are in need of redemption, are you not? And you've got it so good. In my days on Kalahari Sport, the awards were nowhere near as much money as they are today.
Well, that's true, but the drivers don't see much of that. The majority of the winnings go straight into the R&D fund. We're already trying to figure out which improvements to put this year's winnings into.
And this is Fury's first year on the circuit, right? So then the rest of the teams must have kept changing vehicles and upgrading constantly over the years, huh?
Oh, not really. I've been over hundreds of hours of race film from the past seasons, and they're all pretty much just using this same...
Indeed.
Whoa!
You're on the right track, kid. Keep it up. And don't let us down.
Okay, is this the big story? Somebody's embezzling R&D funds? Amusing. Anyhow, next time we'll do this little, win a sponsorship thing.